What up, ya bleepin' cuss words? It's your local degenerate on the internet, Technical Difficulties here, and today we're gonna read some shower thoughts. But first, you should know that I have a second channel and a Discord, so go check those out. Anyways, on with the video. Almost everyone just agreed to use the same type of knot for shoelaces, even though it's arbitrary and there are better knots to use. Let me tell you something about this. There's a reason that whenever I tie my shoes, I just make this inconceivable knot of just madness that will never become undone because I'm too lazy to retie my shoes. Technically, it's impossible to skip breakfast unless you eat nothing all day. Huh. You know what? Now I have an excuse to eat cereal during the middle of the day. Well, I don't really need an excuse to do that, but now I have one in case someone asks. Restaurants you can still smoke in are either borderline ghetto or are extremely expensive. You know what, I think this just applies to smoking indoors in general. Like if the place is nice, it's classy, but if the place is not so nice, it's trashy. But either way, I don't really want to be around you because I don't know, I personally find doing this to be, like, if I see you doing this, I'm gonna think you're an inconsiderate jackass. People just trust other people in cars won't just crash into them or run them over. So, here's a little fun fact about technical difficulties. I grew up in an area where stoplights were lacking. So I just had to learn to not be afraid of cars. Burps are ruder than sneezes, but not as rude as farts. Huh. You know, that is surprisingly accurate, although I think this mostly applies to malicious farts. The Happy Birthday song only has 4 verses, and yet it's still too long. Oh boy, there is a reason that I believe that blurting out that it's someone's birthday at a restaurant is a form of corporal punishment. It goes on way longer than it should. I don't know how it does it. I don't know how the song does it, but it does. You might have walked by or even interacted with an undercover spy and never knew it. Bullshit. Bullshit, okay? If this had happened to me, there'd be a movie about us, right? There'd be a movie about us getting up to some shit after I discover his identity and get entangled in this web with a foreign government. The less complicated the sport, the harder it is to commentate. And this only furthers my belief that golf is boring and stupid. Buildings are synthetic mountains, so apartments are still just caves. And I am the dragon that lurks within, so stay the f*** out of my business and don't bother me. Just leave me alone. Leave your offerings by the door. I'll collect them later. It's funny how our brain can remember we forgot something but not what it was. I hate this. I hate this so much. And you know what, let me tell you a little story, right? So one time, it was a weekend, I was gonna go to the bathroom, but then I remembered I had to do something, so I go do that, right? And it's only hours later that I remembered, hey, I was gonna go piss this morning. I should do that. My memory is a wild mess. Having intelligence is knowing when to stop wiping. Wisdom is knowing to wipe once more. Alright, now roll to make sure you got it all. Burgers have an unhealthy stigma behind them, even though it's a well-balanced meal, alright? Protein, carbs, and vegetables. You know what? Yeah, this is the argument I've been making for a long-ass time. I'm gonna go get a burger. Yeah. Being naked while wearing shoes somehow feels more naked than being naked. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be naked, at least commit. Damn. There are likely people who have bonded over a mutual dislike for you. This brings me back to middle school. I remember, like, actual factions. formed in my class because we hated each other. And it got so bad that the school actually had to split our class in half. Fun times. Guys who watch live sports on their phone while they're supposed to be socializing with family or friends are the adult versions of iPad kids. And I tell you, these motherfuckers are the same people that will tell you to get off your phone and go speak to your cousin, you know, the weird one that you hate. At every family gathering, I'm telling you, it's always this guy. Alright guys, that's it for now. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already if you want to see more stuff like this. Also, be sure to follow me in other places and go check out the Discord, and I will see you all next time or something.